What's up, guys? It's the Carp here, and we are back with the 7th episode of the Leicester City career mode. And in this episode, we're going to start things off with a game against Manchester City at home. That's the lineup that we're going to go with. We're in decent form right now. In the last episode, and in previous episodes, these are the results we've got. We got the 2-0 against Besiktas there, a 2-1 against Sunderland, a 3-0 there against Middlesbrough, a 2-2 draw away to Sevilla. And our last loss was against Watford, but it was away. So we're on a decent run of form there. So hopefully we can continue that in this episode. Starting off with a win against Manchester City. It's going to be a tough game. They've won 2 of their last 3 games. Their only draw was against Real Madrid in those games. But hopefully we can take some points off of them. De Bruyne has scored, though, at 22 minutes in, which isn't a great start for us, but Mark Albrighton there has equalized, and we're into the 60th minute, still 1-1. I would be alright with a draw, but Sane has just scored. Albrighton, though, with his second goal of the match, what a hero, made it 2-2, and that is the end of the game. So I was hoping for a win, but a draw is still a good result. Man City are a great team. I think they were actually 1 place above us in the table, I want to say. So, both of us gaining a point there, not really going to affect too much. But a decent result, especially considering the fact they were, 1 place ahead of us. We weren't necessarily the favorites going in, despite the fact it was at home. So yeah, I'll take it 2-2. Still in some training here, and then we do have a game in very quick succession to that Man City game. It's going to be against Bournemouth away. We're probably going to have to sub some players, change some players out through fitness. They're not doing too bad. Let's see. I'm going to keep Bellerin and Mahrez in. De Vrij needs out, so we're going to put Wadguay in there. Schmeichel's going to stay in. I think the rest of the lineup is going to stay the same. I don't like that low fitness, but I don't want to change too much up. We're going to get Huth out as well. So we're going to put Benaloun in there. Still not quite sure how to say his name, but it'll be right. Actually, we're going to give Mendy a go. I think he can do a job there instead of Benaloun. So we'll see how he can perform in the next match. But yeah, the rest of the lineup's going to stay the same despite, various levels of fitness. I think they should be alright, the rest of the squad to play in the next match. Not sure who we have after this, but I do want to win this game. It is away, so it's going to be difficult, but hopefully we can pick up the 3 points. They recently lost 4-1 to Man United. They did beat Liverpool, though, 2-1, so that's a little worrying for us. Liverpool are a tough side. But nothing yet. Just a yellow card for Mendy there. Okazaki, though, another goal for him. He's been very decent since replacing Slimani because of his injury. We did go 1-1, but then 2-1, and now 3-1. A lot of stuff happening there. Drinkwater with a red card, but Albrighton, after Mahrez made it 2-1, has scored, and yeah, that's the end of the game. So most of the, every goal there happened between the 26th and the 59th minute. So pretty exciting, spell there. We finished the game 3-1 despite being a man down for a lot of the game. So that's a very good result there. But we did pick up a red card. Now I would drop Drinkwater, I think it was Drinkwater, who got the red card for a couple of games, but because he's such a key player, he's only going to miss the games that he misses through suspension. I'm not going to drop him for any other games. But yeah, so we've got a scout report here, so we're just going to assign a couple of players to the youth team. A couple of very decent players there, not too bad. 3 more players into the youth squad. And alright, so players suspended. Let's go ahead and get rid of all these emails. Just realized we have an 87 manager rating up there. That's one of the highest ratings I've ever seen from, I've ever had myself anyways. Because it's usually it's pretty hard to get that rating up for a lot of the teams that I manage. I'm not really too sure how it works through the game, but yeah, that's pretty good. So Drinkwater there is red carded for the next game. We're going to give Andy King a go. Is Andy? I hope so. Okay, so I don't know what his first name is. I'm pretty sure it's Andy King. But yeah, Drinkwater is going to get dropped from the squad entirely because of that red card. Chowdhury is going to get a go in the subs bench. I'm not sure how Mendy did specifically in that game, but we did only concede 1 goal. Wagway's a little tired, and De Vrij is still a little tired, so we're gonna bring Huth back in, but Mendy is gonna stay there in that center back position, and the rest of the lineup is gonna stay the same for the next game. And who was it against? I've already forgotten. We'll just have to wait and see. Wasn't really paying too much attention to it. We have Stoke. Okay, so Stoke away. We are 2nd in the league right now. We could go top if not just temporarily, because Man United's got a game in hand on us. But we are in a very good position in the league. Hopefully we can keep that up. Stoke have lost 2 out of their last 3 games. One of those against Arsenal. But they've scored early on here. We have equalized through Okazaki. Another goal for him. He's been incredible since coming into the squad. I wish I would have, gave him a chance sooner before Slimani got injured and couldn't play. He's been doing pretty good for us so far. 60 minutes played, no other goals, still 1-1. Looking like that's how it's going to finish. 5 minutes left. No late winners there. So it has finished 1-1. Not the worst result in the world. Stoke are a tough team. Can we do it on a cold, rainy night in Stoke? No, we only got a point. But anyways, so that's the table now. We have a game. We played 1 more game than all the teams around us. But we are 2 points ahead of Crystal Palace, who have also played 17 games. So we're in a decent position right now. It's pretty tight. It's very tight at the top of the table there. But yeah, decent stuff. That's where I want to be towards the end of the season. I'm hoping for Champions League. The board expects Europa League. I would say finishing 8th or higher would be a success, given the squad that we started the season with, and given how awful Leicester are doing in real life, which some people expected. Obviously, losing Conte, that was a big loss for him. Mendy is thanking me there. No problem, Mendy. You might not stay in the squad for long, but you played well at center back. So good for you. Okay, so risk of losing players. I guess it must be close to January. Slimani is back from injury. Malcolm has sent in a transfer request. That's probably because I gave him the role of important first-team player when I knew he wasn't going to be an important first-team player. He's just a squad rotation player. But that's his fault for asking for it, and he wouldn't have came to the club otherwise. So he's just going to have to deal with it. He's our reserve right mid. If he starts to improve in rating a lot, we'll give him a go. But right now we've got 85 rated Mahrez there, who's in form. So he's not really going to get into the squad. Andy King was the captain for last game. That's interesting. Now so Drinkwater is back. He's in bad form though. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and start King again. We're going to start with Andy King for another match. But Drinkwater is going to go on the bench. Yeah, he's going to take out Chowdhury there. Actually, no. We don't need 2 center backs on the bench. There we go. And then De Vrij here is going to go in for Huth, because Mendy, I feel like he's been doing well. Obviously, in FIFA, it's kind of hard to tell because, like in Football Manager, which I've been playing a lot recently, you can actually see the ratings that players got in the previous match. You can't see it here. All you got is the up or down arrow. Mendy's still with no arrow there, so he's probably averaging, like, I don't know, a 7 rating every game. But I feel like he's put in some decent performances. He's thanked me for playing him, so he's enjoying his football. So hopefully he can keep playing well. We'll see what happens. But yeah, so it's close to January. Let's see, what day is it? It's very close to January. Okay, so we should probably deal with a couple of contracts soon. We don't have the biggest budgets. We brought in a lot of players in the summer, but we do have a pretty decent wage budget here to work with, and we're just going to go into the contracts. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and deal with this right now. Now, normally I would give almost every player in this squad whatever wages they wanted to try and keep everyone happy, ahead of time, but since we're supposed to be keeping the wage budget down, it's one of our objectives, I'm only going to offer players their contracts are expiring, or if they specifically ask me for a contract. So right now we only have these 2 players that contracts are expiring. We are going to keep Wasilewski here. He hasn't played much for us this season, but it's not too much to keep him on the wage. And well, he actually hasn't played at all this season. But I do want to keep him in there as a reserve center back in case we get a couple of injuries. And then everyone else, I think we're going to go ahead and not offer any more contracts. Yeah, I'm fine with that. So that other guy, he's going to go. I'm going to go ahead and let his contract expire. So we have Everton at home in the next match. Important game. We need to keep up with every other team around us. Now, Andy King is not going to be the captain for this match. Not sure how much it means in FIFA, who your captain is, but we're going to go ahead and give it to Jamie Vardy there. And we're going to keep the rest of those things the same. Andy King, not really captain material. He's still pretty young. But Vardy, a nice experienced player there. We'll give it to him for this match because Drinkwater's not starting. He's our default captain. But yeah, so Everton at home. This is going to be the last match of the episode. Hopefully we can end on a win. They have drawn 2 and lost 1 in their last 3 games, although they have played Liverpool and Arsenal in that time. But hopefully we can take advantage of their bad form. Okazaki, another early goal. Really starting to like this guy. Valencia there has brought it 1-1 though. A little unfortunate, but I'm feeling good about this game. And Mahrez has scored the 50th minute. Very nice. And Albrighton has made it 3-1. Hopefully that is the game over. It's looking like it's going to end 3-1 to us. Alright, it has done 3-1. Albrighton, Mahrez, and Okazaki with the goals. Very nice stuff there. Very good win. Everton, obviously, a tough opponent. We have West Ham next, which will be the next episode. But we're going to quickly look at the table. Everyone's played 18 games, and we are in 2nd place, just behind Manchester United. Although we are joint with Arsenal there, and only 1 point ahead of Tottenham, 2 points ahead of Crystal Palace and Manchester City, and only 3 points ahead of Chelsea. So there's 3 points, well, there's 4 points that separate 1st and 7th. That is extremely tight. So yeah, it's going to be, we're not actually that far ahead of everyone else. We could easily drop to 7th place with a loss. But either way, still, I will take that. If you told me at the beginning of the season that we'd be 2nd place, 18 games in, I would have taken it. So that's going to be the end of this episode. Leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys.